Welcome to Noob Warriors turn 9. We got a level in alteration. We're now at 2. The next one is 3. 2 already gives us a few spells, I think. 3 gives us a few more. And then 4 gives us pretty much everything we need for point buffing. There's been a proclamation from Lanka. They made, I think, one of their expensive guys a prophet. And then there's a battle in Boar Woods. So yeah, chariots have no trouble running over tribes. The tribes don't do enough damage to get to that 18 protection. And they just crush them and they run away. So that's great. We lost one though, which is a shame. But for almost 50 guys, pretty good. And then there's a battle in Shade Forest. This is where I gathered up pretty much everybody. So, we also lost a noble here. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Other than that, we just crushed through 62 Jaguar tribes. So, Jaguar tribes aren't great, but still, killing this with one guy lost is pretty nice. And then there's an unexpected event in Vulcan, which gives us 15 extra income. I think this is permanent province income, so that's pretty good. So, I found out that I border Lanka to my east, and we had a little chat on Discord. He seemed pretty aggressive player, but he said he wasn't interested in fighting me, and I told him I wasn't interested in fighting him either, because it will take forever to walk troops from here to here, so whoever is winning will run into more troops because the other guy has a shorter supply line. It seems like a bad idea to fight Lanka at this point. He asked to make an agreement that neither of us take 113 as a sign of neutrality, because underwater raiding from this province would be really annoying. It is possible to attack now through here during winter, but then you get stuck as soon as the ice melts over the river. So it's really only this northern stroke point, so neither of us would benefit from that. He told me that Sarmatia is up here, so his capital's here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's Sarmatia, and that Sarmatia has an awake expander, which I might want to watch out for. He also said that he's not worried about the expander because his sacreds will be able to chop it to bits, which I believe that would be. He is worried about Terados, who is over here, because he doesn't feel like fighting ghosts, especially underwater ghosts, where he would be very unable to fight back. And he hopes that Atlantis, who turns out to be down here, will win this war between the two. Although they aren't fighting, but he just hopes they fight and that Atlantis wins. I'm building a lab and temple in 101. Palisades will be done next turn, and nobody has an army next to it, so that's pretty safe. And then we can immediately start building mages here as well. Plenty of money, so why not? I am moving this little army of chariots back into 115, because Terados is standing next to it with about 40-ish ghosts. And the province defense would probably lose, but with the addition of a bunch of chariots, we might be able to win against the ghosts. I am also recruiting a commander in this place, so I can build a fort here too. Then I will have 2 forts facing the sea, which will make me a much less attractive target to any submarine raiding. I am also bidding on Mercenaries in 110. These are basically Lankan archers, or Latin archers. Anyway, they're monkeys with bows. They will be pretty useful since they can catch the lance charge of this heavy cavalry, and then the chariots can move in and run over the heavy cavalry. At least that's my idea at this point. Other than that, I am moving pretty much everything into 141. I don't know who's up here yet, but if they try to go in here at the same time, I am thinking this army will probably win. So I am pretty confident at this point that I'm gonna take 141, which will lock down this choke point to the north. Alright, that's it for turn 9, see you in turn 10. Welcome to Noob Warriors turn 10. We found a magic site, which is a gem deposit. I think that just gives you money. I'll have a look at it later. And there's a battle in Nardago. Let's have a look at that one. So yeah, with the loss of one pike footman, we take that province. We got an unexpected event in Shade Forest, which gives us 39 unrest. We're getting the bad events, unfortunately. Then an unexpected event in Nadago. The wolves are hungry this winter and the locals are being attacked and killed by the score. Lost population, got unrest, and an attack here. Which is just a bunch of wolves. And they don't last very long. No casualties. The construction of the palisades in Silbermark is complete. And we got the mercenaries. So this site is indeed a gem deposit, which gives you 75 gold, which means even more gold. It's turn 10 and we already have an income of over 1,000. I think that's pretty good. So, I had a chat with Famoria to my north. And we agreed on an NAP, which is great for me because I don't want to go north with my stuff. My chariots can't run over Fomorians. Because Fomorians are size 4. And some of the Fomorians are even size 6. So I don't want to fight Fomoria. My hope is that Fomoria will go underwater, which they're actually good at, and mess with the water nations, so I don't have to deal with that. And it's always nice to have a border that's secured by an NAP, so I'm pretty content with this. It means that this province is mine, I'm secure, and I can go in a different direction. I'm setting up an attack here with the archers in front and then the chariots behind. The idea is that the heavy cavalry will charge the archers, some archers die, and then the chariots will countercharge the heavy cavalry and run over them because a chariot is size 4 and a cavalryman is size 3. The other army is taking this forest with still the same formation, swordsmen up front. If they take any casualties, that's okay. They're just mercenaries. These guys are still patrolling, even though this army has disappeared. And I'm building a palisade in 115 now. Alright, that's it for turn 10. See you in turn 11. Welcome to Noob Warriors turn 11. A messenger arrived from Saramecia. Greetings, neighbor. We, the proud Amazons, offer you an NAP3 and a regular issue of our beloved Tattooed Stepsisters and Their Scaly Friends magazine. Are you interested? We work out that that's what we want on Discord later on. There's a battle in Fairy Forest. It's pretty one-sided. We take 1 footman casualty. And there's a battle in Kamiya. Now here I should have definitely put those chariots further back, because I think I'm taking unnecessary casualties here, but we'll have a look soon. Let's see. Yeah, 1 noble lost, and if I'm not mistaken, 2 of them are wounded now with battle fright and an ever-healing wound. That could have been avoided by putting them, like, I don't know, just 2 or 3 tiles further back. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20. And the swordsmen have left me because I didn't rehire them. I don't really have a need for them anymore, because at that point expansion is pretty much done on turn 11, which is fast. Usually expansion still has a few provinces to clean up in 2nd year, but really I can't go anywhere from here except this province, 121, without basically starting to fight people, so I'm hemmed in. Great. Other than that, in the public Discord channel that we have for this game, Calum is complaining about being rushed by Lanka. Apparently Calum is down here, and Lanka just rushes on them year 1 with an awake Hellbless. So that's a thing. It also looks like nobody's interested in rushing me, which was a little surprising because I thought a full-scale human troop nation would be an attractive rush target. But I have done the right research. I'm going down alteration for point buffing. And I kept pretty much every troop I built alive, with the exception of like 1 or 2 chariots and a handful of footmen. So if somebody were to rush me, I would be in a decent position to defend from. Still, I'm pleasantly surprised that nobody does. So now I'm researching construction 4 to get Dwarven Hammers. That way the owl quills will be cheaper, and I can also make some gear without wasting a lot of gems, so that will be nice to have. After construction 4, I'm going for enchantment 4, because enchantment 4 will allow me to cast flaming arrows. And in preparation for flaming arrows, I already started on archer recruitment. In all of this land that I took, I didn't have a single province that let me recruit scouts. I currently don't want to use my forts for recruiting scouts, so I'm starting to recruit these 40 gold Atavi chieftain as the closest thing to a scout I can get. And I'm building my 3rd fort in 141. I'm gonna be investing heavily in infrastructure this game, because I have good mages that are cheap, so I'm gonna want a lot of them. Alright, that's it for turn 11, see you in turn 12. Welcome to Noob Warriors turn 12. Our research and alteration is complete, now we're moving on to research and construction. Magic site was found, but it's a farm of plenty, which gives you 50 extra supply points on a province that I will probably never have an army in, so thanks, I guess. Unexpected event in Kamiya, 20 province income, I think this is permanent, so very good. And the construction of our fortress in Silvermark is complete. This means we can now recruit a mage here every turn, so this doubles our mage recruitment, which is pretty nice. I put 11 PD in this province, which gives you a bunch of knights. This is because the breakpoints of 6 and 11 PD stop certain negative events. I really do not want this province to fall to a negative event. because if it would, then somebody might see that as an independent province, take it, and then we're in a war. So I don't want that to happen. And it's a good income province, so it pays for itself really quickly. So not a bad investment in my opinion. Putting PD in these places as well for similar reasons. I am sending the prophet to 115 to preach, because I really want to keep Teredos' dominion out of my city, because Teredos' dominion kills population and it kills a percentage, and even 1% of 12,000 people getting killed is not fun. So I'm gonna preach here to make sure that doesn't happen. I started recruitment on my first Celestial Master. They cost 320 gold, but they give some nice path access, maybe good for site searching. I want to have a few of those around. I am rebidding the Archer Mercenaries, because this province, 121, I might be able to take if Lanka doesn't hurry up, which has heavy cavalry in it. So I'm gonna try to catch the lances with the mercenary archers instead of any of my important stuff. I am not entirely sure what's happening in in this one, Blackport, because there's 30 on that without a commander, and the skills are a little bit too good for a Hellblast, so I'm not sure what's up with this province. Other than that, I had a chat with Atlantis on Discord. He doesn't have a war planned yet, so that means that the underwater nations are not fighting. He might go after one of his neighbors on land, he might fight Teredos after all, or he might even raid me. But he seemed friendly, so that is probably not gonna happen, but we'll see. Alright, that's been it for turn 12, see you in turn 13.
Welcome to Nukwariros, turn 13. Research and construction is complete. We are now researching construction 4, which will give us hammers, which is great. Other than that, pretty uneventful. One limping monkey died. An unexpected event happened in Shimmering Vale, which gives us 9 air gems. And we patrolled out 7 filthy brigands. Alright, I'm gonna be attacking 121 because Lanka is busy with Kalem, so it's pretty safe to go here. I'm sending a scout ping into 142 to see what's guarding this throne. And I am moving my capital forces up in preparation for either taking the throne or attacking Lanka, because when Lanka takes Kalem, they will be 2 capital Lanka. Lanka is already a very scary nation, but they will become a lot scarier later on because they're a blood nation. So it might be necessary to have a coalition against Lanka and fight them. I'm building a lab and temple in 115. Prophet is building the temple, and the mage here is building the lab. And our candles are going up just by the prophet being present, so no Teredos Dominion in here, luckily. And I'm also moving 2 magi to 141 to create another temple and lab. So we're gonna have mages out of every fort. Alright, that's it for turn 13, see you in turn 14.
Welcome to Nukwariros, turn 14. Penzias found 3 magic sites in Shade Forest. Thornwood Heights, Earthblood Seepage, and Elusive Lights. I think these are all gem sites, so that's great. There was a battle in Towen. This is the throne. and we find out that this province is full of circle masters. So yeah, I don't want to fight that. Not yet, at least. Then there's a battle in Isepne. Let's have a look here. Oh yes, this is the heavy cavalry province. An unexpected event in Team Chi. 10 extra income, always nice. We constructed a palisade. And we killed some brigands. So, that throne is too hard to take, so I can't do it with this army right now. I am currently only recruiting Masters of the Dead, because I need money for infrastructure. Namely, putting a lab and temple up in 141. Teradol sent a very ominous message. You will see how committed I am to the meme next turn. And we got a disappointing Celestial Master, unfortunately. He's Asphalt too, which can be good, but otherwise these are not the paths I would have hoped for. Alright, that's it for turn 14, see you in turn 15.
Welcome to Noob Eagles turn 15. So first of all we have the meme from Terados, and it's funny, so I'm going to read all of this. A messenger has arrived from Terados. I, Great Forge Master Gorgon, have awoken. It is indeed a sad tale how I found myself in this state. I had created a most potent potion of sleep, one that could even put the greatest creatures into eternal slumber. Now I may have accidentally mixed it up with my potion of virility, and such I imbibed the potion of sleep. Now I have found as a side effect upon waking, I have forgotten all of my inventions at the forge, and not only that, all my countrymen have become spectral beings worshipping me as a new god. So I tell you, what is a forge master without his creations? I as such vow to regain my abilities at the forge, and when I master it once more, all of you may request a single artifact, the rules of which will be included in the note I have included. A scribbled note with instructions on how to order an artifact included with the letter. A messenger had arrived from Terados. Rules for ordering an artifact from a great forge master when I eventually regain my skill in said profession. Orders must be placed in year 2 or earlier of what my servants call the Ascension War. They mentioned a year has all but passed already. Too late and the order is void. First come, first served. Someone placed an order for an artifact you wanted, tough luck, choose another. Ties will be resolved by random chance. Declaring war on me before placing the order forfeits your eligibility. If I declare war on you, you are still eligible for an artifact. If an order is placed, I am bound to fulfill it. Payment is only made upon announcement of my art returning to me. So save your gems until then. Any breaking of this rule will be refunded, but also lose their eligibility. As I can only forge one at a time, first come, first served is also applied to whoever pays first. Ties are also resolved by random chance. Losers are put in a queue behind the winner. All orders will have a price markup of 50% rounded up, so an item of 5 gems, 5 plus 50% is 7. That's rounded down. We'll get rounded to 10, one of 13 to 15. These will be used to forge your artifact. This is also to balance out the cost of a really powerful artifact. A messenger arrived from Terrados. If you lose your artifact through any means after we have delivered it, we are not responsible. Killing me, aka Forge Master Goron, during an attack, but not a defense, voids all orders for everyone. If I happen to die on an assault of my own, there will be a delay, but orders will stand. Clarifications. Placing an order is merely telling me which artifact you want ahead of time. This does not mean you will gain the artifact then and there. See it as a pre-order. An announcement will be made when I get my powers back. This is when gems can be sent to claim your order. This means that as long as you have told me which artifact you plan to buy, you can declare war on me without consequence. Of course, it runs the risk of murdering me, which would most certainly draw the ire of everyone that did want an artifact. So caution is advised. Good luck to all. Forge Master Goron, the most astute and handsome, the peerless among stars, the god of forging, the seducer of many. I didn't have any commas, so I'm not entirely sure how to say that. Trust me, it's true, I swear. Merciful and cunning, the sleeping one. I think this is made up. I don't think you can have that many titles. Was that the last one? Oh. P.S. Orders are done by mail, aka in-game. However, I may be contacted outside if something isn't clear. So, yeah, the order has to be an in-game message, but you can clarify through Discord. Alright, that's pretty funny. At this point, I have no idea if this is going to have influence on people's behavior, that people are going to refrain from killing him to get their artifact, but we'll see. We got an unexpected event in Ardango. Tax min 50% and profit income -5. The first one is probably only this turn, the second one is permanent. Unexpected event in Uzejazan. An alien being has been sighted skulking near sites of mystical power. 10 unrest, 1 magic, but we already have full magic skills, so this is just bad. An unexpected event in Setna. A local sect has flourished. Their leader preaches that labor is for the wicked. -2 dominion. 3 slot and permanent -5 resources. Too bad. Unexpected event has occurred in Vulcan. Raiders from the sea are harrying coastal settlements. 33 unrest. And the raiders are apparently coming from a little lake, but okay. The construction of the palisades in Nardaga is complete. Other than that, we have a bunch of patrols, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, that Terrados meme is pretty funny. Put some border PT in some provinces here and here, so they don't get independence taking them over. Hopefully, halting the army that's moving up in 129 for now, so Lanka doesn't see a bunch of troops on his border. The mages I'm recruiting for the foreseeable future are Masters of the 5 Elements and Masters of the Way, because those are the most useful ones in a war, I think. I'm recruiting a bunch of archers in the capital because we have a lot of recruitment points here. And I changed my research up a little bit. I am going for Conjuration 3 first before I'm going Enchantment 4, because I'm going to need Phoenix power in order to be able to cast Flaming Arrows. Alright, that's it for turn 15. See you in turn 16.